Sandy is making landfall near Cape May, New Jersey at this hour, though officials say she's no longer a hurricane, but a post-tropical cyclone. We'll explain what that means in a moment. By any description, it's a storm that's already left more than 2 million customers across the Northeast without power. Concerns abound as construction sites like this one in New York City become danger zones. This morning, the HMS Bounty, a replica tall ship, sank off the North Carolina coast, leading to this dramatic rescue.
Halfway up swimmer is at your 3 o'clock.
Coastal areas, including parts of New York City, are under mandatory evacuation. Just about everything up and down the coast is scheduled to be closed Tuesday, and yet the National Hurricane Center tells us the wind speeds are slowing, and Sandy is no longer a hurricane. Jason Samenow from the Capital Weather Gang joins us to explain just what that means. Not a hurricane, so not as dangerous? What should we expect?
I wouldn't say it's not as dangerous at this point. The decrease in intensity is very modest, just a few miles per hour. The pressure's only dropped a very little bit. This remains a very large, powerful system capable of producing a lot of damage from both wind and rain, and of course storm surge, particularly in northern New Jersey and New York, where water levels right now are rising above and beyond historic levels.
And we see it's still a massive storm, but it's looking a little bit less like a hurricane these days. Is that part of the reason it no longer has the distinction?
That's right. It no longer has this symmetric shape, and there's no longer a well-defined eye and convection around the center of the storm. Rather, it's become a little bit more lopsided, but still, as you can see, very large and remaining very powerful.
And as you said, plenty to worry about. So yes, here's the track. It's making landfall just now, just north of us.
That's exactly right. The Delaware Bay, right around Cape May, moving inland, headed west, right north of D.C., probably right over Baltimore, southern Pennsylvania, and then it'll wrap back around to the north and then to the northeast.
So is this the storm we expected? Because it seems like it's not quite as powerful as we feared, especially around here.
Well, in terms of the rain, it's been exactly what we've expected. And in terms of the wind, it's about what we've expected. And some of the more intense winds still may come overnight. We still may gust to 60, 70 miles per hour. In fact, we've seen several gusts in the last couple hours in the 55 to 60 mile per hour range. But as you can see, we have had some trees down, this one here in northwest DC. And we'll probably continue to see, unfortunately, some more trees come down overnight.
About 2 million people all across the Northeast have lost their power, just about 100,000 here in the D.C. area. How long is the worst of it, I guess? How long do we have to be worried about, downed trees and loss of power?
Right, so the strongest winds the next 6 to 12 hours, it'll be the worst here. And then during the day on Tuesday, the winds will remain gusty. We may still gust over 50 miles per hour. With all the rain which has fallen, the soil will be loose, so we still may see some trees coming down. So there still may be some problems into Tuesday, but the good news is that those winds will gradually die down so that by Tuesday evening, just a little bit gusty, probably not dangerous at that point.
So when we wake up Tuesday morning, the worst is over, and when we go to bed Tuesday night, it's almost all over.
That's right, just a little bit breezy and a little bit rainy.
Okay. Jason, good to see you.
Yep, thank you.